There have been many rumors and theories about extraterrestrial life existing both outside of the Earth and coexisting with humans since the creation of the Earth and throughout antiquity. Extraterrestrial life, also referred to as alien life, is the life that exists outside of the Earth and has no connection to it. There are many theories and speculations, as you would agree with me on the existence of these aliens on and off the planet Earth. And one place on Earth that has spurred numerous speculations is Antarctica. The least populated continent on Earth, Antarctica is located at the southernmost point of the planet. Antarctica is the only continent without permanent human population. For this reason, there has been many speculations and hypotheses as to the habitation of aliens and the presence of alien activities in Antarctica. These were all just speculations, at least until August 1946. Admiral Richard Byrd, a renowned U.S. naval officer and explorer who was among the first to fly over both the North and South Poles, organizes Operation High Jump, the biggest Antarctic expedition ever, which includes 13 ships, 23 aircraft, and more than 4,700 military personnel. Because this was so important, Admiral Byrd was asked if he would mount a sizable armada and set out on a 4-month journey. World War II had just ended. They were scheduled to travel in December, January, February, and March. Additionally, there was a list of military objectives they had to meet. However, a surprise event happened at the end of February. One of the mission's official goals was looking into potential locations for an Antarctic military base. Admiral Byrd allegedly found something incredibly unexpected during his explorations. What he found, though, wasn't from his published and publicly recorded account of his trip, but was found in his private diaries. This information was withheld by Admiral Byrd because an excited Byrd who wanted to share all he had seen with the world was silenced by the government because they considered it too frightening to be shared with the rest of the world. For the longest, these speculations were just speculations, simply hypotheses, but with this information, there could be a huge possibility of the presence of aliens in Antarctica that has been hidden for the longest and finally being exposed. Admiral Byrd wrote a remarkable occurrence in his diary, which his son discovered after his father's passing. According to information heard by Admiral Byrd, the South Pole serves as a gateway to the planet's core, and he flew over the South Pole. And when he did that, he discovered that as he flew over the pole, he found himself looking at objects that aren't supposed to be there. It was temperate, and Antarctica isn't temperate. That was enough of an anomaly for Admiral Byrd. For his squadron flew under the Earth and into it. It turns into this lush and green area, and Byrd could not believe his eyes. But if this was mysteriously intriguing, it was just the story's beginning. He told how all of a sudden, he started to see shimmering rainbow city that's made of crystal. You heard right, crystal. Byrd suddenly noticed flying disc-shaped objects around them, which caused him to crash and lose control of his aircraft. He was introduced to a creature he addressed as the Master and led into a sizable, nearly cavernous space. In his journal, all of these were noted. The Master informed him that they are deeply concerned about what is happening on Earth's surface and that they are really dissatisfied with what humans are doing with nuclear weapons and how they recently devastated Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They expressed their optimism to Admiral Byrd that humanity will eventually put a stop to this. Although some might dismiss Byrd's account as a hoax, the diary entry is significant and quite in sync with the end of World War II and the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which marked the beginning of the modern UFO era. If Admiral Byrd's account is accurate, aliens must be coexisting on Earth with us and keeping an eye on the actions we humans take. But Admiral Byrd's revelation isn't the only revelation of alien life in Antarctica. Would you believe if I told you that there are pyramids in Antarctica? It sounds hard to believe, doesn't it? Despite the fact it might seem improbable, archaeologists have found pyramids all over the world that have been lost for centuries, mistaken for natural structures, or hidden in the most unexpected places. These pyramids have been found in Indonesia and in the northern region of Peru, and there are rumors that one may be located in Los Angeles, California. We find evidence of pyramidal buildings all over the world, and it is conceivable that people once lived in Antarctica. But who lived there specifically? Lost civilization? Old-time astronauts? Or possibly Ancient aliens? Another possibility is that the monuments we see around us may have their roots in Antarctica. If the enormous pyramid in Antarctica was built by humans, it would likely be the oldest pyramid ever discovered. It is possible that this was the first pyramid, and subsequent ones were built to resemble it. A lot of research has been done on pyramids around the world regarding their structure, what they actually are, and what they do. It's not surprising that there are many theories about this, but one of them is that pyramids are, or once were, power plants. It is conceivable to create a global standing wave, which is essentially a wireless transmission of energy if pyramids are strategically placed throughout the planet and generate charge. It has been hypothesized that this networked wireless energy system could have been used by extraterrestrials, ancient aliens, high-tech beings, and ships to navigate the planet. Does this imply that Antarctica may have been home to ancient aliens, or that they still may be there? Although we cannot be certain, it makes sense that Antarctica would have pyramids if they were a global pyramid power grid similar to this. Where did the concept of pyramidal structures come from? Since these structures are present all over the world, some sort of purpose must have motivated them. How did it start? A more significant question, did they come from the continent of Antarctica? Pyramid-shaped formations have recently been captured on camera, and this evidence suggests that extraterrestrials may have visited Earth in the past. If my previous statement seems implausible, consider this. In a region that has been covered by ice for more than 12 million years, how is it plausible and believable if these structures were built by humans? However, that obviously isn't all. In July 2018, Linda Moulton Howe had a conversation with a whistleblower who offered, in exchange for his identity to remain a secret, to give her access to secret information about Antarctica. She received information about a historic structure from her source, a retired Navy SEAL she refers to as Spartan 1. Spartan 1 reportedly saw the structure while stationed close to the South Pole. I would like you to pay very close attention to the next conversation that's coming next. This is between Linda and her whistleblower. At that time, my rank was First Lieutenant Commander of Naval Special Operations. We were inbound to the southeast coast of Antarctica. We were dispatched for, unofficially, it was a research reconnaissance mission. Officially, it was to find a certain individual, obtain any information, and bring it back. Linda Moulton Howe. What was the date? Whistleblower, August of 2003. According to Spartan 1, the whistleblower, when they reached their destination, they saw something protruding from the ice, a large octagonal structure. He and his team proceeded to enter it, albeit cautiously. Whistleblower, at the very top of the first structure that we entered, there was almost 18 feet poking from the ice. The rest of it was hidden under the ice. Each door was the same, anywhere from 18 feet thick to around 30 feet thick. And even though these doors were that thick and that heavy, you could take one finger and push them and they would open. There was no resistance whatsoever. The outside temperature was at least 40 degrees below zero. Once you stepped inside these structures, the temperature was an ambient 68 to 72 degrees. If you think this is extraordinary, wait until you hear the rest of Spartan 1, the whistleblower's revelation about alien life in Antarctica, which we believe is being kept hidden on purpose. Spartan 1, it was lighted from the inside, but we could not find the light source. It was lime green in color. The walls were lined with what I call hieroglyphics, but nothing of hieroglyphics that I've ever seen in my life. Could this be shocking information? Along with Admiral Byrd's, which he compelled to keep quiet about, and mean there is actually evidence of extraterrestrial life both inside and outside of Earth? Could Admiral Byrd's account reveal a crucial link between modern UFO phenomenon and earlier notions of strange beings inhabiting Earth? According to ancient astronaut thinkers, yes, but what do you think? Could the South Pole actually contain strange structures that are buried there? Long-lasting buildings created by extraterrestrial civilization? Buildings and biological relics that show life once existed on the world's least populated continent, which has no permanent human inhabitation, may very well be buried beneath the ice in Antarctica. What a major discovery that would be.